Hello, welcome to Family Showdown live Q&A, shenanigans, all of the above on this lovely end of August evening. We are working on our setup. Give us 2 seconds.
You can talk.
About?
Whatever you want.
Hey guys, what are you up to? What's everybody doing? It's good to see y'all again. It's been like a week or something. Long time. Wouldn't you say?
It's been a week for a weekly show.
Yeah, it's a long time. Oh my goodness. So, anyways, the sound is low. Sound is low.
Alright, hold on.
Sound is low.
Alright.
There we go.
That should fix it. I hope.
Is that better? Does the sound better?
Let me move it. I'm blast you out here.
Bless you. Sneezy child.
Of course. Put the microphone right next to my computer. That wasn't very smart.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, can you hear the fan? You're watching the show.
What?
I don't know. I was wondering if there's going to be a show tonight. Yay!
Framing shows too much headspace. You're right. Let me, I have to get by.
Oh, there's that. Excuse me. Technical difficulties. So exciting.
Alright, here we go.
Exciting.
Here we go.
Exciting excitingness.
We just got here.
We did. We had open house at the middle school and work and things and insane traffic. Those of you that know our neck of the woods understand that part quite well, I'm sure. What's wrong with some headspace? Excuse me.
Alright, we're back. Maybe this is a little better.
Try this.
Alright.
How's that?
So, we're completely unprepared for this evening. But things we're going to go over are new game purchases.
Ooh, new games.
We're going to go over new plays.
New plays.
We're going to answer your questions as always.
Woohoo!
And we'll do a Rebecca, an R cubed.
R cubed, yeah.
And I am prepared for my top 5 algorithms.
Oh no! What have people done to us? Why? Oh no.
And you can share your top 5 algorithms.
Yawn.
Algorithms as well.
Okay, sure.
Alright. Here we go. So, let's get started. So, this weekend...
You start talking and then you drink?
Sorry, I'm very thirsty. I didn't have a chance to drink anything. So, this past weekend was my birthday weekend. And we played lots of games.
We did.
We played lots and lots of games.
We did.
We played, the big one was TI3. We played TI3. I got annihilated. 4. Yeah, 4. That too. I was leading, I was destroying everybody in points, and then I got annihilated. I basically got eliminated from the game. They had enough of my shenanigans, so they went into my home planets and just wiped me out. So
that'll teach you to get sassy. Don't get sassy.
I was sassy.
Don't get sassy.
I was this close to winning, and then I got nuked. So
horseshoes and hand grenades, as they say.
There was lots of hand grenades. two war sons rolled into my home base, and I'm in your base killing your guys. They were in my base killing all my guys. So yeah, that was fun. So we played lots of new games. What new games did you play that you can comment on?
Oh geez, see, I was.
Want me to help you?
Yes, help me.
Start with
help me.
Start with that one.
Okay. Oh well, one of the ones that we have recently played is dun 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 dun, My Little Scythe. Oh my goodness, we played this. Nessa fell in love with it too. But this is one of those where you'd be like, you know what? We don't need the kid as an excuse to play this game. This game is hilarious. It is very much like Scythe. It's just a watered-down Scythe, but with pie fights instead. And oh my goodness, it's hilarious. The minis are adorable. But the map is the same kind of setup where you've got these areas that you're trying to take over and stuff. Kind of. It's not area control so much as you're walking around trying to collect things to take to the central castle area. But you can also use those items for other things. It's like Scythe, you know, the resources you can use are for multi-purpose for different things. So you're like, ooh, I've got all these great resources. Do I want to spend them so that I can have pie fights with other people and prepare myself to defend against said pie fights or get cool extras? Or do I want to take it to the castle and get my, like, mad victory points and stuff like that? Really funny. Very cute.
Yeah, I was pleasantly
Very
surprised how good the game was. It really is an introduction to the game. It has a lot of the same mechanisms where you're moving your workers around. It has dice rolling for the resources, which is kind of cool. It encourages cooperation in a non-cooperative
You get
game.
friendship points.
Encourages cooperation in a non-cooperative game. Easy to learn. Nessa picked it up and played it on her own without any trouble.
Yeah.
It's actually a
This
pretty
is solid,
it's a
guys.
solid game. It's a really solid
It's
game.
really
I see this just from first impressions. This game seems like it'll be lots of tiebreakers. I think a lot of games will end in tiebreakers with this game, and I think it's somewhat intentional because the first tiebreaker is having the most friendship. So, anyway, really solid kid to family weight game.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool.
That's a good one.
So, that was fun. It was fun. Next up.
I'll do that one.
Okay. Go
so
forth.
I got to try Kashgar Merchants of the Silk Road. So this game, and that mic is like right in the way. Like right in the way.
I'll hold it, you talk.
Thought putting the mic closer would be good, but it's in the way. Alright, so Merchants of the Silk Road. This is a very unique game. It's almost deck building in a way. So the way the main mechanism of the game is you have 3 caravans represented by 3 columns of cards. And one of the actions you can do, one of the main actions you do repeatedly throughout the game is you draw 2 cards, take one, and put it in your caravan. And the way that it works is it's kind of like a conveyor belt. You put your cards to the back and they slowly cycle forward and you just kind of repeat them. And you have choices of how to do that. You can make one like really solid caravan with a lot of cool cards, or spread it out among 3 caravans and you try to combo off cards and build efficiencies that way. And the main point getter in the game is like most of these kind of Euro games is you're gathering resources to do contracts to get victory points. So it's a fairly light game it's unique. It has some unique mechanisms that I haven't seen before, and it kind of reminds me of what's that game? The Odin, the one where you have the columns of cards and trying
Thunder
to
and
find.
Lightning?
Yeah, it's kind of got that same column feel to it.
Yep.
But different. And
Except, gosh darn it, maybe I just stink at this game, but it seems like there were my what were they, the patriarchs? Gosh darn it, they seem to be at the bottom all the time, and that's the action you do. I was getting sick of my patriarchs. Maybe I just stink at the game. That's entirely possible and not all that surprising.
So, my first impressions of this game is I like it, but here's the but. The game is way too light for how long it is.
I can see that, yes.
I mean, it's an hour-plus game, and it's like Splendor level weight. I mean, maybe a hair more than Splendor.
Yeah.
So it's like a long. I just want more meat to it, I guess. And when my first impressions of it is I thought there was going to be an economy to the game, and there's not really an economy. It's just you have resources. You have resource tracks that keep track of your resources. But I thought there was some kind of economy built into that. Of some goods are more valuable than other goods, but it's not. It's just a way to track your resources. It's not a true economy to the game.
There was a comment that this is a very Euro-y cover, and I concur.
It is a very Euro cover.
It's,
we got dude, spice trader guy. You got little dude here.
Yeah, dorky
got
kid.
Some donkeys back here carrying stuff.
Random, like nondescript background that could be anywhere.
And you have all the generic spices on the back here. I don't know if you can see them. All the generic spices we got.
It's just generic. You don't need to see it. It's all.
But the whole game revolves around that conveyor belt. I'm gonna call it conveyor belt deck building. You heard it here first.
I like it.
Conveyor belt deck building. So,
I
give it a meh plus.
Mm-hmm.
A
I
meh
would agree with
plus.
that because you're right. It's fun, but then after a while, you're like, still doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. If you like lighter stuff and you want to have a Euro game, this would be good. But if you're looking, I thought this was heavier. Don't go into this. If you're expecting it to be heavier, I think you'll be disappointed. But if you go in expecting it to be lighter, I think you'll like it a lot because it is kind of fun for something different. It reminds me in a way of well, it's yes and no. Because Deus had those cards and they stack on each other. But I just remember the way it felt like building those. It reminded me of Deus, except that you're cycling through them instead of having everything stack. So you're not running through and doing all the cards at once, but it's whatever is at the bottom. So you're going to want to cycle them through and time them so that you're getting the most bang for your buck as you go through. So if that makes any sense, that's the vibe I got from it.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if you like deck building, you want a tricked up deck building game.
yeah, for something different, I think it's awesome.
There you go.
There it is.
All right.
There it is.
Any other new games you played? I can't recall.
Yeah, I should have put my phone on here because I just had a very, very long day, and those of you that are in education know that.
Because I knew you were, when we were playing TI 4, I'll say it right this time, you were cracking out some games in the other room. I don't know what all you got
We
played.
played a bunch of stuff, and that's what I'm saying. Like, my brain is totally gone.
I'm looking it up.
Okay,
So,
thank you, because my brain is fried. But yeah, played a lot of games that were really enjoyable.
did you try out... You guys didn't play Villainous, right?
No, we haven't had a chance to play Villainous yet. That is on our to play soon list, though, because it looks really cool.
All right, here we go. We played New Plays for You. Holmes, Sherlock, and Mycroft.
Oh, yes, Sherlock and Mycroft. That is a cool game. Nice, light, I'm trying to think of, like... I cannot even express my exhaustion at this point, so I'm not the most articulate person this evening to ask about new games. Especially when I've only played it once. But
Card drafting, hand management, set collection, worker placement.
Boom, there you go. But what's neat about it is it goes through a period of a week, and each day you get a new card that you can... It's worker placement. And each day... Well, sort of worker placement. You have, like, a dude, and you get to do one action a turn. So what happens, though, each day you get to add a new character to the board, and they have a special ability that'll help you, like, deduce and collect your sets and things like that. What's neat about that, though, is if both players go to a character in that same round, then that person ends up resting the next round. So you want to be careful sometimes and balance out, especially if you really like an ability or you don't want somebody to use that ability. You want to think about that. You might go to those places and make sure you both go, because then it's not available the next round and you have to go to plan B or whatever. It's pretty interesting. I really like that. It's fun. It's light. I really like the unique abilities, and since you shuffle them up and deal them out randomly, the play is going to be a little bit different each time because each day different characters come out. And some of them are much better earlier game than late game, so sometimes you have that risk, right, where you get the really good stuff early on and you're like, I don't know that I need this yet. But otherwise, it's like, oh, jackpot, and you get to do a lot more things. It's really fun.
Is it competitive or cooperative, or what is it?
It's competitive, I believe. You want to try to solve it first and get stuff done. So, yeah. Sorry, I'm sorry. I shouldn't even have to think about this. That's how tired I am. But I like the fact that you have a worker. What you can do, though, is you can go anywhere as long as you're not going back to the exact same spot you were at before. So you have to pick,
Yeah, so it was described to me. It sounded pretty interesting.
It is. It's cool. I liked it. I thought it was really fun.
So, a new game for me was Mintworks.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You got to play it.
So, do you want my nice review or my truthful review?
I like it. I'm just going to say that right now.
You want my nice review or my truthful review?
Just tell the truth.
So, here's the thing.
No, brother.
So, here's the thing about Mintworks. At first glance, it seemed very interesting to me because you're basically going out, it's like worker placement, and you're basically building buildings, and it's like a race to a certain number of victory points.
Yeah.
Which seemed cool at first, but here's my impressions of it. So, it may be a potential good intro worker placement game, but
yes,
it doesn't have that wow appeal that you want to draw new gamers in. It's very bland.
I don't know about that.
It's very bland. The cards are very bland. It's a dark print on a dark background. Very bland cards. It's gimmicky, which is okay, I guess.
What's wrong with that? That's what sells it. It's cute. It comes in a little mint tin.
But here's my truthful review. It felt like I had no decisions to make.
Okay, that I can see.
It felt like I did not make a single decision the entire time I played.
I can see that, I suppose. I don't care. I like it. I like it. To me, this is a little cute little dinky game that doesn't have a lot of fluff to it. But you go and you are sitting randomly waiting for food to arrive at a restaurant or something. You just pull out your cute little game and you can play it. And it doesn't take up a ton of space. It looks like mints. It's adorable. Worst case scenario, you accidentally drop one and lose it. You could use a mint in place of it. I don't know. I'm just saying. I think it's cute. I like it.
I just felt like every time it came around to me, I looked at the board and I only had one choice.
Yeah, sometimes that happens.
And I don't know if that was, I don't know, the more advanced game adds more buildings and maybe that would help. Maybe that would help. But it came around to me, it's like, okay, I get an extra mint. Okay, I have enough to buy a building. Okay, I build my building. It just really felt like it was...
I can see that, I guess.
It played itself. But that's my opinion. Take it or leave it. So.
Yeah.
What else? You played Oh My Goods.
Oh My Goods. That was cute too. That is oh gosh. Can you load up the pictures really quickly? Like seriously refresh my brain. Sorry guys. I apologize. I didn't get to prep anything. I walked in and
Oh My Goods.
Okay, so Oh My Goods. This is cute.
Pressure Luck Hand Management sounds like something I might like.
Yeah, it was cute. I liked it. Wow. You would ask me to review all these games.
This is a quick review.
Yeah, I know, but
looks like there's cows.
So far,
it's gotta be good, right?
It's cute. I love the art. For me, first of all, the first thing I love that style art, the caverna art, and all of that. It's cute. It's a little box. It
does look like caverna.
Yeah, it's got that caverna art style to it. It's got multi-purpose cards. The thing that's cute is that it's the buildings. You build these buildings, and then you flip the cards over, and those are the goods. So, again, multi-purpose cards, two sides to it, plus they've got stuff on top and bottom and this and that. And I just like multi-purpose cards. That was one of the selling points that Bailey and I were talking about, how, hey, this is, multiple things you get to do, and then you get to... What took us a while to figure out, and is really neat, is you can chain production. So say I have a building that builds planks of wood, and then on the next building it says take these planks of wood and build something else. Well, during that phase, if you happen to have those, you can start just making this whole machine where it just chain produces a whole bunch of stuff. Really cool. It took, by the time we figured out how things worked, we were a little bit far in the game to make some really cool stuff, or at least I was. But seeing it now, it's like, oh, it was instantly like, I think I kind of want to play that again now and see if I can finagle my production chain a little bit better, because it's neat, because it has kind of those two phases of production, and I like the way it's different. It's different. It's not super heavy. This is another one that's not super heavy, but it's a little bit strategic in how you're designing your production. So it takes, like, a lot of those games where you have resource management and you're trying to build stuff. I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, what do we play that we build stuff? It begins with an L. I'm losing my mind.
Build stuff. You mean build stuff?
Oh goodness.
The Hov?
Yeah, the Hov. Like, you upgrade things and you shift the goods around and manage those things. It's like doing just that portion of the game. Does that make sense? Lorenzo. Is it Lorenzo? Lorenzo the one? I don't know. I have seriously lost my mind. So yeah, anyway. But yeah, it's one of those where you just have that component where you're managing the goods and reorganizing them. So if you like the logistics of it, that's fun.
Did you notice the designer?
Yes.
It's the guy that made Great Western Trail, Eye Sky, Mombasa. It's one of his earlier games.
Yes.
I've never played it.
Yeah. So check it out. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
All right. Well, there you go. I think that's it for new plays. We played lots of old games.
We played lots of old games, which were excellent. You know what my favorite one was, probably?
What?
Deception, Murder in Hong Kong.
Oh, yeah, we played that.
We played 4 or 5 marathon
times.
of that. Oh, at least 5 times. It was amazing. We had a lot of fun with that. Several people had not played that before, so it was fun because we were also introducing the game. And I don't know that our particular group had ever played. Have we played?
I don't think we played many social deductions.
Some of the social deductions, so that was fun.
We played Insider before, and that may be all
of it. So yeah, this was a really fun change. Going through, and we've got the upgrade stuff. So we've got the international cards and the little metal badges. So everybody inevitably was like flinging badges at each other when they were accusing, and the international cards are hilarious. Those of you that can get a hold of those and you have Deception, get them, because they're funny because like the French one is like a baguette or something that like is French, you know, and it just there is Death by Zamboni and it has the Canadian flag at the bottom. That was hilarious.
Did we really play 6 times?
Yes, we did.
Wow.
We were like, let's play it again. And it wasn't me saying that every time, I promise. It was
cool.
multiple people saying,
cool.
well, let's play this again. A lot of fun.
Okay, well there you go. There's the ones we played new. We played several other old games that we played before. Pitchgar and Deception, and you played Jaipur.
Oh yeah, Jaipur. I love Jaipur. That's always a good
What else did we play?
I don't know. Look, it's right there.
Yeah, that's what you've played. I think I played some after you went to bed.
Well, that's true. I
played Colosseum and Luxor.
Oh, Colosseum!
We finally played our copy.
We played our copy of Colosseum. You know, we were talking, those of you that are on here all the time, we talk about how that is our convention game because we never play it at home. We got to play it at home. That was a nice change. So, that was fun. It was very nice. It was weird, though, because we've always played the old version at conventions. So, the new art threw me a little bit. I am not going to lie. It threw me for a little bit.
That's funny. So, all right, so that's all the new games. Now let's do new games that we purchased that we haven't played. You can start with that one.
It's pretty, it's shiny, and it's Scythe with a little coin. Isn't it cute?
A little coin.
Yeah, I don't know. They just taped it to the outside. That cracks me up. It's just a Scythe coin. Nothing too fancy. Very nerdy. I like it. So I'm excited about Rise of Fenris. I don't even know what all is going on with this. Ooh, camp. This is the modular campaign stuff?
Yes.
Oh, why aren't we playing this right now?
So
oh my gosh.
This was kind of originally build as a build.
Okay.
Build.
Oh, Acquire.
Sounds like I'm saying. Oh yeah, we did play Acquire.
We need to hear about Acquire.
You know, I say build like you build something. Build.
What are you talking about?
BILLED. Build.
Oh, build.
Yeah. Anyway, this was billed as a legacy game, but it really is more of a campaign game. If you played Tuscany, you know that in Tuscany there's several, like, 8 or 10 modules that come with the Tuscany game, and you can play it as a campaign. Basically, you play one game of viticulture, and then the winner gets to pick which module to play. What are you writing down?
Nothing, so I don't forget something. Don't worry about
it. So this isn't a legacy game. You're not breaking things or destroying things or marking up things, but basically you play and then you can pick a module and you can pick another module, that sort of thing. It comes with 8 modules in the box, and there's 11 modules.
What?
11 modules.
Woo! Good times.
And they're like legacy games. When you open it, it's a surprise. You open it up and you would see what the module is. Whereas in Tuscany, it all kind of came in the box and you saw it all kind of there.
Yep.
So it's interesting. I'm curious how it plays. I'm just excited I get to play 8 games of Scythe.
Heck yeah!
So, well, there you go. So Rise of Fenris. So I'm excited about that.
Woohoo! Very exciting.
All right, new stuff. Other new stuff. So a good friend of mine was having some financial woes, and
selling some games,
and was clearing out some old games from their collection.
Ooh!
And I decided to help him out, and so I bought.
Oh!
I bought. This is massive. I can't even see where it is. Hero Escape. This is the base game.
Oh,
Rise of the Galaxy. And then we got a tiny little expansion.
Very cool.
So I'm torn on what to do with this because I don't know if I'll actually play it, and I think someone else might enjoy it a lot more than I would. So I'm considering at the Dice Tower Retreat, they're doing a game giveaway. Basically, you donate a game to a raffle pool, and then when you donate a game, you get ability to draw from a raffle, and basically you get to pick from one of the donated games. So it's kind of like a game swap kind of.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about making this my donation to that retreat.
Ooh.
So anyway, it's a complete base game. Supposedly it's only been opened but never actually played, and the same with the expansion.
Yeah, that box doesn't even look open.
It's just out. It's still this one.
Oh, it says only at Toys R Us.
This one still has it's still.
That's all sealed, isn't it?
It's sealed. You can't get into it. This one's been opened.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can tell that you doesn't have that. Oh, it's Velcro. Look at this.
So.
Oh yeah, look at them. I think they're still in the original.
Yeah. So
stuff.
anyway.
Wow.
So
crazy.
I'm considering donating this to the retreat.
That's gonna be.
I forgot what he calls it. He calls it Game Swap. I don't know what it is.
That's exciting.
So, I'm excited about that. But what I'm even more excited about, one of my all-time favorite games when I was young lass was Conquest.
Young lass?
Lad. I always say lass for boys for some reason. A young lad. I always say lass for boys.
So confused.
I wonder if that's a Texan thing.
No, it is not a Texan thing. They don't say lass
All right.
or lad.
All right, anyway. Cheryl Lad? I don't know. Anyway.
What?
Anyway, one of my all-time favorite games was Conquest of the Empire. But another one in that series of games, what are they calling the Master
And Commander?
No, there's a series.
Oh, wait, that's a movie.
Anyway, one of my favorite games around that same time was Shogun. Shogun one was one of my favorite games.
Okay.
And the most recent version of Shogun is...
Oh my goodness.
Yakuza. This is the 2011 version of Shogun. This is the Avalon Hill Wizard of the Coast version, 2011 version of the game.
Oh my goodness.
And I played Shogun to death just like I played Conquest of the Empire to death when I was young. So I'm excited to play this one. This one's a beast. Does it say how long the game actually is? I bet it doesn't.
If you have to ask.
Because it's about a 4 to 6 hour game.
Good heavens. I thought I saw... What was this? Stats. Oh, nope. Just the age.
Yeah, they don't put how long this game is. They're probably afraid to tell you how long this game is.
Like, haha, suckers, we've roped you into a game. A commitment. Yes.
Lassie. So, I'm excited about this one. This one I'm actually going to keep... I'll keep it in shrink until I actually crack it up to play. But I'm excited about this one. So
very cool, very
this
cool.
one I'm not giving away. That one I'm going to keep.
Yes, indeed. So now, a couple things. I'm assuming since Hector the Turtle mentioned it that I'm allowed to talk about it.
About what? The fact that he slaughtered my poor innocent turtles?
Well, I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about in Deception. Murder in Hong Kong. Okay, every time we play Deception Murder in Hong Kong, there's always these, like, memorable moments. Well, Hector the Turtle was our forensic scientist in charge of
the beer?
the thing. And so he wasn't quite seeing the cards. And
we were pretty tired at that point.
Yeah, we were really tired. It was late. And he was trying not to, like, lean over the table and make it obvious that he was looking at cards. So he saw what looked like a glass of beer as one of the clues. And used that as some of his clues in the game, which thoroughly confused all of us. Later we found out that it was a pill bottle that said overdose on the top of it. It was definitely not beer. Everything became clear, but before that...
we could not figure out why it was happening in a pub.
Yes, so we were like, why is this murder happening in a pub? None of the other clues matched it. I mean, it was bizarre. And I'm sure that the murderer was having a heyday at that point because they were like, yeah, there is no way this is going to work. It was so funny. So we were joking about it. We're like, yeah, the overdose pill. Yeah, it looks like maybe that can't be it. Blah, blah, blah. We glossed over it because we're like, I guess it looks like it. But it says overdose on it. And sure enough, when we found out, he's like, oh, yeah. Well, that's what that is. Okay. It was wonderful. Those are the best times because then, of course, we all have like a really good laugh about stuff like that, and we have a lot of fun with that game, and you'll remember that every time you pull that card out now. That's what we'll remember.
Oh, man. And... Well, I remember about the Deception games. Like I said, we played it 6 times.
We played a lot.
So, my memorable moment was one of the rounds. I was the witness, and I knew that Carl and Bailey, I guess gaming wife, were the bad guys. And I had it narrowed down to 2 choices to win the game. And so I lean over to Carl, and I know he's the bad guy, and I go, hey, I'm thinking about these 2. Which one should I pick? And he says, oh, you should pick this one. So I obviously picked the other one.
And busted them.
And got them. And then I was just going, oh, please don't call it. Because basically it's like Avalon, if you ever played the social deduction game Avalon. At the end, the bad guys have a chance to guess who the witness is. or
The Witness.
Well, I don't know what they call it in that game, but the Witness.
Yeah, it's The Witness.
No, in Avalon it's called something else.
Oh, I don't know.
Anyway, a seer maybe, I don't know, but anyway, and so I was just the whole time I was going, I hope it didn't give me away as the Witness. I hope it didn't give me away as the Witness.
You were so casual about it.
And
so casual. It was.
And that was so funny that I told Carl what I did. He's like, "Ah, you got me."
Because he's usually really careful about that stuff.
That's funny. But he was being so obvious. He's like, "No, don't accuse Bailey. Accuse Caitlin." And I'm like, "Oh, you're so obvious."
Katie was playing, and we're like throwing Caitlin under the bus. That was hilarious. They're throwing Caitlin under the bus. And that was fun too, because Katie played that for the first time, and she was like pretty good at deducing and logically figuring out what
really
things
well.
should
I thought
fit.
she was the Witness several times when she wasn't, and
because she was figuring stuff out and piecing it together. So it was
good.
pretty cool. So
good.
we also played Luxor. That was another one we played. I don't know if you guys have played that one, but it's like, what year did that come out? That was recent, right?
This year.
Was it this year?
This year or last year?
I thought it was. Was it last year?
It was up for the spiel for this year, but that doesn't mean anything. It could have came out last year.
Oh, that's true. But yeah, that game is really fun, guys. If you get a chance to play that, we had a ball.
That's this year.
Okay, that's new. But I love it. It's so much fun. You're going through kind of Indiana Jones style, right? Going through the maze, trying to get to the center where the mummies are, and there's different things in the rooms, and you can get scarabs and for points and keys to get into the main room. But the keys are also victory points at the end if you don't spend them, and depending on where you land, you get to do certain things or use. If you have certain people, like a certain number of people land on it, you can buy that tile and it's worth victory points too. All sorts of stuff going on into it. But the neat thing is, it's actually really a simple game. It's easy to teach. And even though amazingly, it seems like there's a lot going on in that game, but it's smooth and it plays so easily that we've taught that to a lot of different people now. And it's
the girls can play it.
Yeah, the girls play it. They love it.
It's a great family game.
It's a really good family game, but it seems to me like it's one of the busier, like there's more stuff going on in that game for a family game. There's a
lot of choices. Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of choices, and a lot of times you'd think with a game with a lot of choices like that, it'd be too tough or something like that. But I didn't get that at all when we're playing it. They seem to pick
it's just
up
a really solid
fast.
game.
They did a fantastic job.
Yep.
So, and then you guys played Acquire. I missed out on the 27-hour long Acquire game you guys played. So tell us about Acquire.
Well, it's a stock market game, and I was involved.
There you go. Oh, that's some smack talk right there. You were teaching new people. Were you schooling new players?
Yeah,
that's not cool.
I might have been schooling
that's
new
not
player.
Cool.
Hector played it before.
Oh, okay, you have no excuse then, dude. I'm just kidding.
No, I love it. I love Acquire. It's just a super straightforward game. It's super. I mean, it's got a lot of luck and randomness to it, but it's fun.
Oh, they want you to also talk about Way Kick.
Way Kick. I played lots of Way Kick.
And who annihilated you? Nessa, didn't she? Oh no, you beat her. You finally beat her.
I beat Nessa and Hector 1-on-2.
There you go.
And Nessa beat me with, it was me and who was playing with me? Caitlin.
And Nessa beat you guys?
Carl and Nessa beat me and Caitlin.
Wow. So. That's pretty awesome.
So it was fun. It was fun. I love Way. I mean, I would play that all day. It's a fun little game.
Yeah. Oh man, you're getting some hate. They'd all played it before.
Oh, they'd all play. That's even worse. I was trying to give you guys an out.
Oh,
I was trying to give you an out.
You know what?
Excuse.
I think you should demand a rematch and whoop him.
I only think I doubled them in money.
To be fair, you guys were playing it at like 1 a.m. or some nonsense. I'm sorry, but you play a game like
1 or 2 in the morning.
I'm just gonna be putting tiles.
Was it 3? Was it really that late?
That sounds Acquire at 3 a.m. That sounds about right.
Yeah, it was
that was the last game
it was my 99.
Yeah, it was the cool version.
The cool plastic version with the big hotels.
The actual big buildings.
Big buildings or whatever.
Those are cool.
I keep thinking they're hotels, but they're corporations. They kind of look like hotels.
So that's fun. That's good stuff. So yes, there is that. What
so
else?
why don't you do a random review while I write down my top 5 algorithms?
Oh, I thought you said you already knew it.
I got to put them in. I didn't order them. I just know them.
Ah, okay. So, random review time. So, give me a number. 1 through 5. 1 through 5, give me a number. 1 and 5 are inclusive. 1 and 5 are inclusive. I know it's going to take a while because the delay is fairly high on this right now. It's okay. 14. I said 1 through 5. Dan. Oh, Dan did 5. Nicely done, okay? Now I need a number. Let's see. 1 through... 1 through 10. 1 through 10. 1 through 10. 1 through 10. I'm waiting. I like how Dan's just throwing out numbers now. That's amazing. 1 through 10. 9! All right. And a number 1 through 4. Number 1 through 4. 1 through 4 now. I got a little elaborate on my numerals this time. 1 through 4. 1 through 4. Waiting for the last one. Number 9, number 9. I got number 9. Now do 1 through 4. 2. All right, sold. All right. Tonight, because it's random, we are going through... Oh, this is a fun one. Fun, 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 fun. I'm going to bring both out. This evening, folks. I'll come... Whoops. Don't mind me. Breaking stuff.
Breaking the table.
Breaking the table. All right, so today we have Jamaica. And for fun, because it's on the shelf right beside it, I'm going to talk about the expansion a little bit. So we have Jamaica. This is a pirate ship race game. And boy, is this fun. So we have...
I think you've done this one before.
I don't care. It's random.
Keep going.
You know what happens when random? Sometimes things repeat. Deal. I'm saying it now. Deal. You all have to deal. That's right. So in the pirate racing game, you're rolling dice and
you've
you
already
move.
done this one.
I don't care.
She's already done this one.
I don't care.
You need to go back about a year and a half. And she's already done this one.
I love it enough. We're gonna play it again.
Why don't you talk about the crew? You probably didn't have the crew when we.
I'm not finished.
Sorry, I'll just sit here and drink my beverage.
Darn right. Okay. Anyway, you get to make a choice because you have 2 different paths and places. Sometimes it splits off, and you can take the shorter path, and longer path might take you past a treasure island where you can go get treasures. But if you land on the same space as somebody else, pirate battle. And the battles in this are hilarious because you're just rolling dice to see who gets it. And then if you... that's so not helpful. So if you beat each other, you have a higher roll on the dice, and you can add your cannons and stuff like that to it. But then you get to steal stuff out of one of the compartments from that person, or you can steal some of their treasure. So, of course, sometimes you're aiming to land on that same spot as another person, so just so you can battle. It's hilarious. But, yes, they have an expansion, which is Jamaica the Crew. They came out with this fairly recently. And I'll tell you what, this is so much fun that we probably... Wow, this got a little bit beat up, but that's
because we store it.
Yeah, we store it vertically, which is bad for this game in particular. But it sets it up, and it's... The reason we kept the insert for this is because it's now set up to play. All you do is you flip them over, and you've got your characters ready to go. So you got these different... These are different crewmen, and that you can add on to your ship, and they give you special abilities and different attributes and victory points and things like that. And then I don't remember... What was the deal with this? Because this was hilarious. You had the bottle of rum as a bribe. I'm trying to remember what the bribe was for. It moves
around in the thing.
It moves around. It actually have a spot for you to set it, but you also use it as like a bribe, and I'm trying to remember what the deal is because we were laughing about it. It's hilarious. Anyway, we haven't played it in a while. We need to get this out again.
Yeah, but once you take spaces away,
then
to move it over to another way, it costs you coins or something.
It does, and you can only recruit people that are like right next to the rum bottle. There's something to do with that too.
Yep.
And they've also got more cards, treasure cards and things like that, curses, higher treasure, greater rewards and abilities. They added all this fun stuff to the point where, honestly, if you've played this game before, you really don't want to play without it. This adds so much fun and shenanigans. And you can lose your crewmen. You can fire your crewmen. You can lose them in battle, I believe, too. Aren't the crewmen up for grabs, if I remember correctly?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's like a free-for-all, and I absolutely love it, love it, love it. It's pretty hilarious. So that is the not so random.
Well, the crew's new, so I'll note the Jamaica, the crew. As
okay. Anyway, now you know.
All right, my top 5
awesome.
by popular request. My top 5 algorithms.
Oh my gosh!
Right here,
Yawn.
the top 5 algorithms.
Good night. I'm gonna take a nap.
Number 1.
I'm gonna fix this game.
It only makes the list because of the name brute force.
What is wrong with you?
Sorting. So brute force sorting is...
I know how to do that.
Do you know how to brute
force
force
sorting? Yeah, I just take my arm and just throw it on the floor.
So brute force is like one of the earliest types of sorts. I'm not going to keep this too long because this is not really board... There's actually a board game reference in here, so it's board gaming. So brute force is the oldest algorithm sort. Basically what you do is you have a series of numbers. You go through and you find the highest number and you put it at the end. Then you go through the rest of the numbers and find the highest and put it at the next to the end. And you just go through the whole series, finding the highest one over and over and over again until you get a series. It takes forever. So, number 5. Number 4, Euclid's algorithm. Probably one of the first original algorithms for finding the least common...
Those wacky Greeks.
Finding one of the least common denominator of 2 numbers. It's pretty cool. The way it works is... Got to visualize this. You're trying to find. You imagine a rectangle with one side being one number and the other side being the other number. And you're trying to find the least common denominator. So what you do is you create take a piece of the equal to. I'm gonna draw it. I'm gonna draw it here.
Oh my gosh!
It's good drawing.
Yawn.
So let's say it's 20. Say it's 20. You can see if you can see this. You can't. I don't know if you can see this. If it's 20 by 15, you take a 15 by 15 thing and you put it in there and it leaves 5 left over. Then you take this shortest side and you fill it in like this. And then eventually you end up with a little tiny square. And the smallest square you end up with is the one that can fill up the whole place. And that's how you figure out the least common denominator. Look it up. It's fascinating. Number 3 is the bubble. Number 3 is the bubble sort. I won't go too much into it, but it's a really cool way of sorting numbers. Number 2, I made this one up because it is an algorithm. Point salad. Point salad scoring as an algorithm. So there you go. Steffenfeld algorithms. Point salad scoring is an algorithm. But my number 1 algorithm of all times, for those of you who don't know, Rebecca and I found each other online. So my number 1 algorithm is a matching algorithm.
That's so cute. Oh my
Top 5 algorithms. There you go.
That's nerdy.
I like my point salad algorithm.
I like your point salad. I like that one.
All algorithms is a series of rules that you have to follow to get the result you want.
Does Feld have a point salad algorithm, you think?
His scoring is an algorithm. You get 5 points for this. You get 2 points for this thing. You get 3 points for that. You get 2 points for this, and that's your final score. That's an algorithm.
There's way too much math in that. Way too much math.
All right, awesome. Matching algorithm, my all-time favorite algorithm.
Aw, that's cute. I like that. Tommy says his bubble sort brings all the programmers to the yard. Oh my goodness. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, a lot of people, kids say she found her boyfriend through WoW. And actually a lot of people
have
done that.
That's funny. That's so
A lot of people have done that.
Yeah.
It's like a progression, right? You game with them online, then you actually...
Raid.
Well,
you raid.
Well, no, I'm saying you take the leap to either do, like, emailing or texting or something, and then you progress to phone calls. It's basically the same thing, and then eventually you meet, right?
Yeah, it's the same thing as a dating site, basically. It's just not overtly a dating site.
Well, and in addition to that, you have a common shared interest, right?
Obviously, that's the best part.
So.
Yeah, it's like actually kind of cutting corners in a way.
It is.
So, that's awesome. Oh my goodness. Good times.
So,
good times.
How long have we been going? We're at a stopping point.
We are at, I think, about time. Yeah, we're early for once. That's weird.
Yeah, we aren't going over this time.
Weird, guys.
We got time.
All right, so some other randomness. What have you guys played lately? Let's hear.
Let's do
any games new to you?
We're going to give you a double feature. We're going to do a second 5 on the spot.
That's cool. We'll do that while you guys.
Although mine wasn't really on the spot because I have.
You've been thinking about it a bit. I see. Aww.
5
It
on
is
the
too an
spot.
exciting story, Kabuki. 5 on the spot. I can't wait to see the topic for this. This ought to be good. You guys are so random. Lately, they haven't been very board gamey either.
So I think the next game we have queued up, we have to finish up First Martians.
Yes, we do.
We need to finish that, and then we're going straight into House of Danger or whatever.
Darn right, I've been dying to do that.
Yep.
Ooh. Megaland. Oh, you guys tried Megaland. Woo. Targi. Oh, Targi's so much fun. I love Targi.
That's funny.
Kabuki, the irony. That's funny. You're like all over the computer.
Top 5 spreadsheets.
Tommy, you're so fired.
All right, so my number 5.
My numbers 1 through 5. New blank. New blank. New blank.
So I'll tell you what the spreadsheet I'm working on right now.
Oh no.
While you're thinking of a 5 on the spot. So my company went through a software conversion and end of March into April. You know, we basically closed March and opened April in the new software. I'm in charge of an annual audit for one of the companies that we control, one of the many companies we have.
Okay.
So right now I'm working on a way to take the financials from the old system and combine it with the financials of the new system.
Okay.
And that's what I'm working on. That's what I worked on for 6 hours today.
Good heavens.
And I'm not even close. It's going to be a long one.
Oh my goodness.
Top 5 relaxing games. Done.
Oh, nice of you to skip that top 5 Latin phrases. Okay.
E pluribus unum.
And he writes that 5 times.
Top 5 relaxing games.
Okay, top 5 relaxing. I like that. That's a good one.
That one's worthy of a...
top 10,
Did we do a
actually.
top 10 of that?
I don't think we
I
have.
think we did a top 10.
Did we? I don't think we did. Of relaxing?
Yeah, I don't know. Top 5 relaxing games. All right.
Maybe we have.
Top 5
I bet they're going to... His and mine are going to differ quite a
games.
bit, I think.
Just chill and you don't have to think very much, huh? Not much confrontation, maybe?
Probably. Depends on what you're thinking.
I don't have any relaxing games. All my games are very stressful.
Your favorite games are like where you scream and yell at people or take over their land. He's all
there's one. I got one.
Thrash all the way, man. What'd you pick? What'd you pick?
Don't look at my list. All the relaxing games are over on that small shelf over there.
That's true. That is true. I'm going to agree with that.
Top 5 relaxing games. Oh, that's a good one.
All right. I have my 5.
Wow, that was fast.
I could easily do a top 20 of these because this is more my shtick.
Pardon my stretch and looking over there.
It's just funny because you're like semi-decapitated.
Am I?
Yeah.
Should I look like this? I'm gonna add that one.
Ooh, he said he's gonna add something.
Just
mystery.
Let's see what else.
Mystery. I should not be allowed to rock in this thing while we're doing stuff. I'll
Okay,
lock
I
it
got
all the
that.
time. I'll lock it. See.
Let's do okay, and
It's not weird, Ryan.
all right, I got mine. You go first. I don't know my order yet.
Okay, my number 5 is herbaceous. There's something about gardening in real life that's relaxing, even if I'm struggling to pull weeds out and stuff. I don't know why that's still so relaxing and stuff. But then playing the card game is kind of the same thing. You've got these nice, beautiful plants, and you're just potting the plants and doing set collection, and there's something just incredibly relaxing about that game. I really like that game. That is a nice, chill, cool down game.
My number 5 is Dragon's Breath.
That is relaxing in a funny way.
Number 5 is Dragon's Breath, the new the kids game Spiel winner for the year, where you have a ring and you have some gems and you're lifting rings off and gems are falling down and you want your colored gems that you pick to fall.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
That's number 5.
Nice. My number 4 is Patchwork. I like that one. It's just Tetris, but it's a peaceful version of Tetris, and you're just going around getting pieces and fitting them in, and I don't know why, just moving the thing around and picking pieces. It's so casual and relaxing to me.
All right, my number 4 is number 4, right?
Yeah, yeah.
My number 4 is trekking the national parks.
Oh yeah, that's a good one too.
Even though I get a little angry when people steal my stones that I'm collecting,
You do get a little
but
angry.
it's very relaxing because I imagine I'm at the national parks.
That's true.
While I'm playing.
That would be nice. I like it. My number 3. Somebody's mentioned in the chat, and that's viticulture. There is something about our favorite game, like
I
our
don't
mutually.
know about that one.
Oh, I find it relaxing. I enjoy playing that.
I have
game.
I have the angst of taking spots away from me. Makes me want to flip the grapes.
Somebody needs to work on.
My number 3 is
English
Agricola,
skills.
all creatures big and small.
Oh, now that game gives me angst.
No,
That is such a tight
I just
game.
I like
I
having
want
the
to do like
300.
20 moves, and you have to get to do like 2.
No,
No.
I just want
Oh!
a big pile of sheep and cows. So relaxing, just so chill.
Wow.
You have like a stack
That
of
is
sheep.
not relaxing to me. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll just okay. That's great. Great, honey. That one makes me want to kill people in a good way. I mean, because it's so very competitive though. My number 2, Hunter's gonna be like, but I like Splendor. I find it relaxing. I can play it casually and chat with people, which drives Hunter nuts. But that's how I like to play that game. And Nessa recently got into that game.
What is Splendor again?
Really?
Is it that game called Whose Turn Is It?
Yeah, that's what you call it. We have no.
I see your splendor and I raise you, Century Spice Road.
Ooh, we're gonna go that direction, eh? That is a relaxing game too. Although sometimes I'm like, I get lost in I want to do this, and think about the chains too much for it to totally relax me. But the actions themselves relax me in that game. I don't know. I like to AP that game for some reason. So,
All right, what's your number 2?
that was my number 2, so I'm going.
Oh, you went first. Oh, okay.
My number 1
is a crossover. We have the same one.
Do we?
Wait, what do you got?
I have Bob Ross, The Art of Chill. You can't get
No,
much more relaxed.
we definitely don't have a
than
crossover.
Bob Ross, The Art of Chill. That game is so funny. My dad used to watch that show when I was a kid and paint. He's done paintings after watching the show.
It's angsty, man. People steal your colors and your paintbrushes, and you want to flip the table.
Chill. No, you're chill.
No, you're not chill.
You're just chill because you can just paint it up.
It's not as chill as Archaeology, the card game.
Where you're thieving and have to worry about sandstorms.
It's fun. It's casual.
It is casual,
just
but
kind of collecting sets.
Relaxing. Collecting sets, la. Oh, look, that card you were just collecting is mine now because I got the thief card. Interesting. So, as you can probably guess, people's ideas of what relaxes them vary significantly.
So, someone mentioned the chat cooperative games I actually like. Here we go. I'm going to look at my collection here. We got Pandemic Legacy.
Ooh.
1 and 2.
Yeah.
And that's it.
What? What about Outfoxed? For a kid's game, that's awesome. And it's co-op. What else is co-op? What else is co-op? We play another co-op.
Fog of Love is not really co-op.
No, it's not co-op.
No, that's it. Just those 2.
Well, we have cooperative games.
Like what?
Oh, they have a trader and stuff.
First Martians is okay.
Yeah, that one I like so far. That one's been pretty fun.
That's it.
Surely we have more.
There's no other ones.
Oh my goodness.
Does Hidden Trader count?
I was gonna say if they kept the Hidden Trader stuff, like Betrayal is hilarious. I love playing Betrayal.
Yeah, there's not many cooperative games I like.
But halfway through the game, you are cooperatively.
Although I am curious about Spirit Island.
I am too. Yep.
Biblios.
Biblios is awesome.
But we're just burned out on it. We played that game so many times.
Well, it's almost not Zen now because now we like hate draft and stuff. I didn't know you could get like that in Biblios, but we kind of do. That's a Flashpoint. Oh my gosh, that game makes me angsty because I'm like, I must save the puppy and the kitty, and there's a child in the car.
The dog died.
We saved everyone but the dog.
Everyone but the dog died.
Traumatized.
The one time we played.
Oh my gosh, trauma, scarred our children. Actually, the kids are like, "What is going on?" We were the traumatized.
Co-ops, just I don't know.
I like co-ops.
You almost can cause Cosmic Encounter a co-op.
Oh my gosh, here we go. Wait, did you guys start? He's like on a rampage tonight about random stuff.
Shadows over Camelot. I like Shadows over Camelot, but
Shadows...
it has a trader. I don't know if you can. I don't know. I don't consider it co-op.
Everyone's working together except for that one dude, and he's still kind of sort of. Because what about
all right, I like Shadows.
Battlestar Galactica.
I like Shadows over Camelot if I'm the trader. That's cooperative. I cooperate with myself.
Does not play well with others.
I cooperate with myself.
I'm going to put that on a shirt and make you wear that during
What?
the day. Does not play well with others.
Yeah, I cooperate with myself.
Yeah, that too. I only cooperate with myself.
Army of
Someone
one.
make that shirt. Yes.
Army of one.
Army of... Oh.
Star Realms. That's not really relaxing though. You get into it.
I love Star Realms. It's relaxing if I get somebody to play with me who actually enjoys playing the game.
I enjoy the game.
No, you don't. You tolerate the game.
Yeah, that's true.
He tolerates the game.
That's true.
So I don't like playing with you anymore.
That's true. Shadows doesn't always have a traitor. That's when it's a bad game.
No, it wasn't. One time
it's
we played.
It's a bad game when it doesn't have the traitor.
No, it's hilarious. Because we played that at Dice Tower.
We were confusing each other the whole game.
Everyone thought somebody had to be the traitor the entire game. Everyone was slightly suspicious of everyone until we're like, wait, we won?
Yeah.
So who was the traitor?
Nobody.
You weren't?
Yeah, we kept waiting.
Surely you were the traitor.
We kept waiting for the traitor to make the move.
Oh my gosh,
and they never
traitor
did.
make you move. Well, that one guy too, he was so generous. We're like, gosh, he's overdoing it.
Yeah.
He's just overdoing it. He's got to be the traitor. No, he was just being really nice. This is the things we have happen to us when we have a traitor in the game. We're like so suspicious and mean. Oh my gosh.
That's what makes them fun. That's why.
Oh, Tommy, I like that. TI Force Cooperative, you cooperate to kill Hunter.
They did cooperate to kill me.
They did gang up. There was like one group of ships attacking your north end.
I got annihilated in that game.
Well, don't get that far ahead. That'll teach you.
So, we're going to wind it on down. So here's the scoop, folks. Next week is our top 10. We're going to let you pick right now. We're going to let you vote.
Ooh.
So there's the first one that gets 3 votes in chat will do first. So we need to do our top 10 fantasy games remade. Okay. Top 10 sci-fi games remade.
Oh my gosh.
So you need whichever one gets 3 votes first is the one we'll do next week. And then the week after we'll do the other one. And then the week after that we're starting my top 100 of all time.
We didn't have a discussion about that too.
I've decided we're going to do the same as we did last year.
Really?
Separate. And
after all that discussion and
most
voting?
people wanted it separate. But I think we're going to try to do 2 a week instead of 1 a week so it doesn't drag out so long.
Okay.
We're going to try.
That I like.
No promises. We
usually marathon film that stuff, so we ought to be okay.
Well, we can do 2 as long as we record 2 a week. It's not too bad. Sci-Fi's got 2 so far.
Top 10 animals.
Sci-Fi's winning. Looks like it's going to be sci-fi.
That is the hardest list to make.
I think the sci-fi list is going to change the most.
Sci-fi it is!
Wow, sci-fi wins. So next week will be our top 10 science fiction games. This is a repeat of a list that we made 2 years ago. And I'm guessing we probably at least doubled our number of sci-fi games we played. At least. So,
this is going to be the hardest list.
It's going to be tough.
Wow.
It's going to be tough.
And
we include everything for sci-fi. We include space theme, kind of the futuristic stuff. We just anything that's fantasy, we pull that out because really, sci-fi, fantasy.
Well, the lines are very blurred on that. We can spend a whole episode just talking about the differences and what people decide is the boundary line between those two.
You could almost say fantasy is a subset of science fiction.
Yes, you could.
Almost.
And you could.
Almost.
But again, we could do a whole debate on that. But yeah. So, what are we doing on Labor Day weekend? We are doing play the game of Nessa's birthday party with her little friends.
Yeah, Nessa's official birthday get-together is this weekend.
Yeah. And then after that, hopefully, gaming and sleeping. That's my plan.
Gaming and sleeping, yeah.
And laundry and dishes.
I did not sleep near enough
teaching
last weekend.
Nope.
So.
You didn't do any sleeping. I had to go to bed because I was gone.
I slept Sunday. I slept in on Sunday.
Oh, that's true. You slept in on Sunday because everybody. It was almost a gaming marathon. Those guys, you guys were up late. I'm like, good night. I'm dead. And you said you didn't.
Yeah, we played until 3 or 3:30 Friday, and then like 2 something on.
You guys are
Saturday.
hardcore.
All right, so look for our top 10 science fiction list. I'll.
Yes, there's banter. Don't worry.
We'll pull our.
I'm not gonna let him do it by himself, Kabuki.
What's that?
Kabuki was asking if I was going to be in your videos for your top 100. I'm like,
oh yeah.
Oh yeah. We're not going to let him just ramble about his games.
So we're in the top 10 sci-fi, and I'll have the list from last time to see how it compares. And I bet I bet there's some heavy hitters that stay, but I bet a lot of it's going to flip. So,
Yep.
we'll see.
Yep.
So, let's get out of here.
Bye. You guys are awesome. We love you. You're amazing. And we can't wait to discuss the world of sci-fi with you next Tuesday. So thank you all. Have a lovely evening and take care. We'll see you soon.
Live long and prosper.